to what extent does Haiti's history, in your views, impact what we see now, what's happened, and what the prospects are for the future? Vicki?
Well, I think, I'm not sure it was you, David, but somebody mentioned that the future in Haiti is very troubled, and I would say, and certainly we saw that in the video, that the history has been very troubled as well. There's been a history of intervention, of imperialism from France and the United States. There has been a history of a lack of a real development process that, and we can talk about that in the future, about what Haiti needs. But there just hasn't been a consistent development policy with accountable authorities that have allowed for a sustainable development that would prevent the amount of the level of a disaster that we saw on January 12th. And I think that has to do with its history.
Yes, Dora.
No, I was just going to say that I think that when we look at development and we look at countries that, the patterns of development, one of the things that we see is that the institutional framework, institutions, the rule of law, how it is that, what are the rules of the game by which people earn their living, by which governments make decisions, that these kinds of things take years and years and they take decades to develop. And I think one of the things that we see in Haiti is that somehow those processes of evolving those institutions have been somehow truncated by all of the external shocks the country has suffered, by whatever external forces, and also by internal forces. So I think that the development is something that we all tend to think of in very short time frames when you need long time frames, because indeed it is not a matter of just buildings. We can build buildings quite easily, we can build roads, but the issue is how do you nurture institutions that really support people and that make increasing their welfare and their living conditions, an important goal.
Christina, you work for the Council on Hemispheric Affairs. How do they relate right now to the situation in Haiti and to the issues that we're just discussing about how its existing political and economic structure impacts the current events?
Right. Well, the Council on Hemispheric Affairs has worked with Haiti for a long time, and so through the coups in the 90s and all of the political instability there, that's been a big part of our work for a long time. And now, looking at the disaster that's come to Haiti, we really see sort of the inadequacy of past aid to Haiti and also past policies, particularly by the United States. Even looking at natural disasters of the past and the recovery there, in 2008 there were 4 hurricanes over 3 weeks, and just a massive amount of destruction to Haiti. And in the recovery process, there was this flood of short-term aid that came, and over the long term, the projects that were laid out by the UN as necessary to rebuild cities just fell through, and the aid did not continue to come. Those projects were not fulfilled. Really, only the food.
So they got started, for example,
right.
But they never were realized.
They were laid out, and the short-term projects like food, health, the things that we're seeing now in Haiti, aid went to those, and those were fulfilled. But over the long term, projects like education, rule of law, these sort of institutions did not come to fruition. And so now we see that that's had a huge impact on making Haiti now vulnerable to the magnitude of destruction that it suffered from this earthquake.